been doing things that they told me I should never do. I've been doing things that they told me I could never do now. Never do, I could never do. I've been looking back and I'm the only one who ever knew. My dreams began to turn out.
It is officially show day. So I forgot my camera. I haven't been vlogging whatsoever. You guys are seeing the ending product right now. I will give you guys the live stream video again like I did for the show for Vancouver, but I'm filming this literally on my phone right now. Not ideal. I forgot my point and shoot so I could actually vlog for you guys, but do you know what? It's okay because I am just trying to take the pressure off of myself a little bit with this show and just kind of embrace it a little bit more, have a little bit more fun with it. You know, the Vancouver show, I put a lot of pressure on myself to do a lot better than I did, even though I did great. I'm not discrediting that. And this time around, I just wanted to have some fun because the sport of bodybuilding is so subjective. And we've talked about this before. The judges are either gonna like what they see or they aren't gonna like what they see. I can't control that. All I can do is just go up on stage, have some fun, and bring it my all. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do today. So I just finished up hair and makeup. I did that backwards. Hair and makeup. Glam crew in Alberta here. Holy cow, they did an amazing job. Like, look at my makeup. Absolutely amazing. I cannot do that, not even close. Showed her some pictures of how I wanted my makeup to look. Wanted it to look a little bit more glammed up than how it did in Vancouver. Don't get me wrong, she still did an amazing job in Vancouver, but I went to that appointment saying, oh, you know, just do whatever you want. This time around, I'm like, I want this, I want that, and they delivered. Curls. Kyle suggested I curl my hair. First time ever. I've always gone on stage with straight hair, so this is completely new, and I'm digging it. I'm digging it, you guys. So that's my quick little update here for show day. I don't know what's gonna happen. Clearly you guys already know because I may have just already posted the live stream or I'm gonna post it next. I don't know. We're just gonna kind of roll with it, but hopefully you guys are enjoying the video, and thank you all so much for your continued support, kind words. It's been quite the journey, quite the process, and I will dive deep into kind of unraveling things maybe at the end of this video, or I will do it in a separate video. I don't know. I'll let you guys know, but time to go eat and get ready to hit the stage. See you guys soon.
turn to the right. Quarter turn to the right. Quarter turn to the right. And face front, please. Space clear the stage, please. Watch clear the stage, please. Face the front, please. Walk to the front of the stage, please. Okay, ladies, if we get you back into the marathon order, once I call your number, please step to the rear of the stage.
Number 49, Jen Kuche. Jen's hometown is St. Albert, Alberta. Her coach is Krysten Janzen, the Natty Hour coach. Special thanks to my fiance Calvin for his continual support throughout this prep. My coach Krysten for getting me stage ready for the first time. I couldn't have asked for a better coach, and my family for always supporting me no matter what. It's been a wild ride. Next up, number 55, Krysten Janzen. Krysten's hometown is Prince George, BC. Which team are you representing? She says the Natty Hour. Special thanks to my clients, friends, and family, but most importantly, my supportive husband and coach, Kyle Janzen. Well done. All right. So awards for bikini short. I'm going to call off the top 5 in numerical order. So can I start with number 37, Leslie Lucier, back to the stage. Number 50, Vicky Dean, back to the stage. Number 51, Laura Comfort, come on out. Number 53, Erica Smith. And last but not least, number 55, Krysten Janzen. This is your top 5 bikini short. 21, Laura Comfort. Second place is going to go to number 55, Krysten Janzen. Which leaves first place for number 53, Erica Smith. Well done, ladies. Congratulations.
Hey everyone, so welcome to the recap section of the video. So firstly, just wanted to thank everybody yet again for their amazing support over my season and over the past weekend here. As you guys saw from the live stream footage, I came home with a second place finish at the WNBF Edmonton Naturals, which I'm really excited about. Obviously, you still want to win. Like we've talked about before, you know, that was my goal for this season. And that's okay. I think, you know, the biggest thing that I really wanted to prioritize going into this second show of the season and what is going to be my final show of the season, and we'll talk about that in a little bit here, was bringing a better, more well-rounded package. You know, I took the feedback that I got from Vancouver and I really stepped it up in Edmonton, where I prioritized a better peak for myself. My muscle bellies were much more full. I was able to carb load at an adequate amount. We ran a test peak week prior to the Edmonton show, and I was very happy with how I looked during that test week, so I was a little nervous implementing it again for the actual competition itself, and it turned out to be even better. So I was very happy. I was very impressed, even after talking to Kyle, just from, you know, him being able to see me from the audience. Like, his first message to me was, holy shit, night and day difference. So overall, I am just extremely happy. I took what I learned in Vancouver. I was able to execute on a new strategy and learn from it, and like I said before, it allows me to not just be a better athlete, but a better coach as well. So that doesn't mean that this is the end of the road. You know, I have some new learning lessons now that I want to take forward and implement into a future show that I learned from the Edmonton show. And I'm excited to eventually implement some of those learning lessons. And they're just little subtle things, new strategies to try here and there. And since I'm not going to be implementing them anytime soon, because I have no future show in mind as of right now, I'll talk about them when things get a little bit closer as to what differences I am going to implement the next time around. So the reason why this is going to be the end of my season, you know, primarily just because there's not many other shows right now close enough in this time frame. There are some shows in the fall, but maintaining this level of leanness, not entering into a building phase for me right now, I don't think is wise. I'm very depleted. You know, I have lost a decent amount of muscle where I would rather prioritize a building phase right now, and then maybe eventually jumping into a show next year, just depending on how things are looking with timing and how I'm looking physically. So there was like a couple of shows that were drivable distance in the States, but it's just not working out from a timing perspective. You know, we are hosting the last spring show of the season for the WNBF in Kelowna on June 18th. So there was one show in Washington I was eyeing up on June 11th. And just the amount of stress I feel like that was going to put my body under with trying to promote a show a week later just wasn't worth it to me. As well, too, there wasn't enough bikini athletes for there to be a pro card. So it's just not really worth the trip down for what I'm trying to accomplish. Kiara. Come here, you silly girl. I know, I'm in your way, I'm on your house. Sorry about that. But Anyway, so it just didn't seem too practical for me, and I felt really good with how things ended in Edmonton. I got off stage feeling very happy, content, regardless of the placing. I felt a lot better about my overall package. I didn't have any emotional breakdowns on stage or anything like that. So I felt, you know what? It's kind of like a situation where, hey, you know, let's walk away for now while we're ahead, while we're feeling good, and go back to the drawing board. Be patient with the idea of stepping on stage again, because I do have that itch. I do want to take what I learned and just continue to improve. You know, I think that I'm getting better and better as an athlete. I'm learning more and more about my body, what it can handle, different strategies that I can implement, and I want to do it right away. But that was one of the biggest things that I love about the sport of bodybuilding, is its ability to teach you to be patient. The stage is always going to be there, and I'm excited to transition now into the fun part of the sport, the part of the sport that I love the most, and that's the body building, the actual building phase of the sport itself. So as of right now, since there is going to be a future show closer than expected in the near future, I'm not going to be implementing a recovery diet. For those who don't know, that's where you focus on just trying to get yourself out of that calorie deficit as quickly as possible and put on a decent amount of body weight. Not unnecessary body fat, but you still want to try to normalize your hormones as quickly as possible. I'll be implementing a little bit more of a reverse diet, but not as slow as some people might implement for a reverse diet. So it's kind of going to be in the middle of the two, where basically I just want to increase my calories to a point where I'm not gaining too much unnecessary body fat right now, but I'm increasing them enough where I don't feel like shit, where my energy levels start to improve, I start to get some circulation back in my hands, and I'm just feeling better. So that's kind of the next phase that we're going to be implementing now, and it's already started. It's been a few days. I don't know when I'm going to get this video actually uploaded. As you can see, I got a bunch of boxes behind me. We're moving tomorrow, so we'll probably be in our new place by the time this video comes out, but I wanted to get a quick recap filmed while everything's fresh in my head, and then I'll edit this and put it out a little bit later. So I apologize if it's a little bit late, but you do have my fresh thoughts right after the show coming at you right now. So other than that, what are some other things that I can quickly, you know, just talk about? I think the biggest thing, and I talked about this on my Instagram yesterday for competitors, is to maintain structure after your show. It can be so easy right now to just want to say screw it, and a lot of competitors do this. As soon as they get off stage, they think they can go back to their eating habits prior to cutting down for a bodybuilding competition. A lot of competitors get themselves into trouble where they just say, I'm going to take a break from tracking. I need a break from tracking mentally. Yeah, you know what? Mentally, I need a break from tracking. Absolutely, I totally understand where you are coming from with that. But physically, your body just can't handle it, because you cannot rely on your hunger signals right now. Your hunger cues are so out of whack. Your leptin and your ghrelin hormones, those are what regulate and communicate to you if you're hungry or full. They're completely unreliable for several months after you are done competing. So saying that you're just going to take a break from macros, take a break from tracking, and you know, just go easy, it's gonna feel next to impossible. And I'm not saying that some people can't implement that strategy. I think people with experience, well-rounded, well-seasoned competitors might be able to do this, but you got to keep on point after the show, at least for a couple of months. It's not to say that it needs to be as extreme with your calories being super low. That's the nice thing with implementing either a recovery or a reverse diet. Each week your calories are probably going to be going up, so those are exciting adjustments, but it's not going to be all the food, all that you want right off the bat, because if you do, you are really in a primed position right now. Your body's in a primed position right now for rapid fat regain. And that's just because physiologically and psychologically, you are in such a vulnerable state that relying just on your hunger cues and throwing all of your habits that you've implemented during prep out the window is the worst thing that you can do. I've seen it numerous times and it's just not worth it. So even though you may feel like you want to break from tracking, even though you may feel like you want to go on vacation the second you get off stage, I highly recommend you give it some time. I know that you have been busting your ass, and believe me, like, I have a trip planned for myself, but it's not till the end of July. And that's just so I can make sure that I've given myself and my body physically and mentally enough time to slowly recover everything that we have just been through. It's kind of like somebody's postpartum journey, and I'm not like comparing the level of pain and things like that we go through, but you don't just jump back into the gym right away after delivering a baby. You know, you have about a 6 to 10 week recovery period before you're cleared to actually start exercising again. It's kind of the same process where you need to give your body the time that it needs in order to recover after everything you just put it through. You can't just jump right back in to I'm done tracking my macros, or I'm going to take a break from the gym, I'm done doing all the cardio. While you want to try to get rid of all that cardio as quickly as possible, just stopping, you know, your body is just not going to handle it very well. So like I said, you are very much primed for a rapid regain phase right now after you get off stage. So set a new goal for yourself. We've talked about this in the past before. You know, make sure that you know where you are going moving forward. And it may be that you're never going to step on the stage again. Regardless of that, you still need to have new goals for yourself. You still need to make sure that you are being smart and strategic. Otherwise, you're just going to regret it, and you're going to gain a bunch of body fat. And what's going to happen if you gain a bunch of body fat really quickly? You're going to want to diet again. And your body is not going to be ready to diet again. But mentally, you're just not going to be able to handle it because you gained 20 pounds and summer's right around the corner, and you're going to want to diet. You're not going to care that your body's not in a position to actually physically diet right now. And what's going to happen if you do decide that, hey, you know what, I don't care if my metabolism isn't high enough for me to diet, I'm still doing it anyways. You're going to have to be more aggressive than what you just were to get up on stage. And it's going to make it that much more challenging to lose weight if you diet again too quickly. So as challenging as those first few weeks are, because they're going to be, it is worth it in the long run. Just give yourself a month, give yourself a couple of months, give your body the time that it needs, and slowly increase your calories, increase your food, talk to your coach about a realistic strategy for yourself, and focus on something new. If you don't want to step on stage again, that's okay. If you do, try to figure out, you know, when that is. If it's 6 months from now, great. If it's a year from now, great. If it's 5 years from now, great. Set that new goal for yourself. Again, if you don't want to step up on stage, what's next for you? Maybe it's to, you know, run a marathon, you know, go to a triathlon, maybe a powerlifting meet, maybe just to be strong in the gym or look good in a bikini this summer, you know, whatever it may be. Set that new goal for yourself right away. Give yourself something new to focus on. And as much as you want to take a break from tracking and you want to eat all of the food, try to do your best not to, because it's just not worth it. You know, even though you may think that you can rely on your hunger signals, you know how to stop in the past eating when you feel physically full. Mentally, even I've been dealing with this. Mentally, like if I weigh out a bowl of cereal for myself, I'm eating it super quick, you know, and that's just my body like trying to feast because it doesn't know when I'm going to get food again. And I can actually physically feel it where I just don't feel full at all. Like from a mental standpoint, I can tell that my stomach's distended, and you know, in a normal situation I'd be satiated, but you know, mentally I'm like, holy cow, I could go for another bowl right now. I'm going through that right now. So I would even be having issues adopting an intuitive eating approach right now. I'm staying on point with my macros, even though I get it, I want to break as well too. So stay on point and do what you can. And remember, this too shall pass. You're not going to feel this way forever. And in the long run, you're going to feel way better if you don't have to enter into another dieting phase because you gain a bunch of really bad body weight post-show. All right, that's it, you guys. I'm going to go pack, and yeah, if anything else comes up, I'll keep you guys posted. I am going to be posting much more regular